Morning, soul family. So we're in the eye of the storm right now. It's all quiet. We got pounded last night. It was pretty cool. And apparently in about 2 hours, within 2 hours, there's a cell coming through and it's gonna just beat the hell out of us, which is a bummer because I just cleaned off my patio of all the dirt that I had. But it's awesome. And I was all excited, you know, thinking, great, you know, my plants are getting awesome. They're getting the proper rain that they need. This is filled with hydrogen because of the lightning. And I'm all dressed in my, you know, my warm, snuggly wuggly stuff. And I'm excited. My landlord comes up, the weatherman, and he says, oh, that gave me a message. Wow. So he comes up and he says, yeah, well, the next 4 days it's going to be 90. I'm like, okay, California, you suck. Like, seriously, you suck. I thought it was time for us to wear our snuggly wugs, but no. I sat here last night in the lightning on this chaise lounge. Lily wanted out, but the wet ground dissuaded her, so she sat on her little rocker. And I laid out here, and I had this coal oil lamp and my landlord's little lamp, because he left it outside and got it all wet, so he brought it up for me to fix it. So we're using it here. And I just kind of laid out here and watched the lightning go across the sky. The thunder was so loud. I mean, you want to talk about bowling pins. Oh my God. One of my Facebook people said, oh, it's so beautiful to have this refreshing weather and cleansing, and thank you, God, and angels for blessing us in this way. And then an hour later she wrote, okay, you know what? This is bordering on scary and this needs to stop. I am terrified by myself. For anybody else who's out there by themselves, you know, just hold on. This is my protection. And she showed her German Shepherd. And I thought, I was in bed with Liger and Lily. Both of them were in bed with me. Liger was in the sheets. He's like, okay, I'm not going to be in the other room tonight. And they were both snuggled up on the bed. And all of a sudden, the loudest crack. I've never heard thunder like that. It was insane. He shot off the bed like a freaking cannon. Oh, God. I feel bad for all the little cats and dogs outside. They don't know what the hell's going on, but dang. Pretty mighty display, right? I mean, nature is wild. But so this is the weather we've got. And I actually honestly believe that because of the things that that I'm picking up, and I do this every day, and it actually is really, really true. I don't know if you guys are following how the weather is the temperament of what's going on in your life. Look at what's going on in your life. Right now, we're in the eye of the storm. The shit hit the fan yesterday. And at first it might have been, you know, just fun and maybe exciting. And then it got wild. And then it got gnarly. And it could have gotten scary. And it rained all night long. So there might have been tears, a lot of heavy emotion, wild dreams. Everyone was saying to me, oh my God, my dreams last night. And detailed, wild dreams. Very, very symbolic, but very prophetic dreams I was having last night. And now, like I said, I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, I could hear the rain, you know, on this. I love this. That's why I want to live in a little travel trailer. I really do. Oh, now I'm saying a travel trailer. What I saw yesterday was a schoolie bus. I have a friend, an Instagram friend, who has a bus from Santa Cruz, and it's a Santa Cruz City Yellowbird bus. It's super cute. And he was saying to everyone, what color should I paint it? And I said, leave it that color and leave it with the Santa Cruz sign on. That's so cool. And he wrote me back yesterday and he's like, I don't know. I was told I could get in trouble because I guess it's still in, you know, in service. But I said, I want a Door County blue sled dog bus. And I want it to be that color and I want it to say that. And then I'm going to have a sled dog in my bus with me. I think I said this last night on a video. But, because I've lived in a mobile home. And the one really cool thing about a mobile home is the sound of the rain on the roof. And the sound on this was so cool. I said to my landlord all summer, I can't wait until the rain comes. Look how it's baggy. It used to be super tight. I don't know if you guys can see it. I had to put that up to keep the rain from pooling in it. But I heard it playing on like dancing on the roof. And I thought, God, it sounds so good. I want to go outside and do my reading with the rain falling. And then it kind of dissipated a little bit right now. And I said, I guess that's the end of it. I was hoping I could do the reading in the rain. And he's like, oh, no, you probably want to get it done because it's about to hit you hard. So we'll see. It'd be really cool if it started to rain pretty good when we were under here. I had to bring my dream catcher in because it was getting hammered out there. I kind of like it there. You know? We'll see. The hummingbirds like it over in the corner, though. They always go to it. All right, so that's it. I got nothing else. Oh, I always say I got nothing. It might come up. Okay, hold on. I know this is noisy. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm gonna go get my incense and light it. I like the incense, and incense is fun in this kind of weather. Someone's trying to run away from their emotions. Song playing right now. It's you, babe. I could try to run, but it would be useless. And that's kind of what I feel. This emotion is heavy. This is kind of like a contemplation moment, right? Lots of heavy emotion. Thinking. Might have been an emotional exchange last night, or I don't know, something going on. There's definitely changes happening. And like I said, with the thunder and the lightning clapping like that, there could have been heated exchanges. So the decks that we're going to work with today, Spirit gave me. Oh, I should let you guys watch this, because this is like a freaking comet. I love this. I'm all about fire. Is it lighting? Yeah. I love this. And even the stars, sometimes they fall to the ground, right? Song. I want to hide the truth. With the beast inside, there's nowhere we can hide. No matter what we breathe, we're still made of greed. This is my kingdom come. Look into my eyes. This is where my demons hide. So someone's trying to hide. They've got emotions, heavy, heavy emotions. And now the rain starts. But it's where my demons hide. Somebody's trying to protect someone else because they don't think they can handle who they are. Not themselves, the other person. And so they don't want to allow the other person. They don't believe that they don't believe what they're told. They think that, I've been told that before, but I don't want to hurt you. A lot of times people try to protect another from themselves, and it's like, you got to stop. You got to allow love in. I'm hellbound. This is all for you. This is all for you. So I don't know how to get out of this unless you can show me how. So if someone's starting to understand that, it's a possibility that this person could help work with me and accept. And as the rain starts to fall, it's emotion falling. So the decks that we're working with, I started to tell you, are the Oracle of Shadows and Light, the Magdalene Oracle, the Romance Angels, the Alice of the Wonderland, and the Animal Messages from Your Animals. Really weird schmoz of, oh, it's starting right now. Yay, the rain. Okay, so what we're going to use is we're going to use this butterfly because I had to get it out of the rain. My girlfriend Julie gave me this. I love it. Solar powered. So the butterfly. This butterfly has a little bit of blue, right? And with this song playing right now, it's a little bit of sadness, but look at the soul color here. And there's so much more love, right? But down here, and wings edged in darkness. But if you look at the wings, they're gold and silver, and then they go to fade to black. We all have a little bit of all of that in us. And then we're going to use my landlord's cool oil lamp. Should I lift that up and make it a little brighter, or is that good enough? There. And then we're going to use my coal oil lamp, which I love. And we're going to use Peace, Love, and Joy. And what you see in Peace, Love, and Joy, we'll use that as our stand for all. Because that should be our stand for all, right? We see silver. Silver is what's used to purify your water, so your emotional waters. Green is healing and love. Yellow is solar plexus. Self-worth. I'm worth it. I deserve. Orange is the seed of sexual energy and creativity. I can do anything I set my mind to. All of it together. All of these together. Peace, joy, love. Okay. You know what? I'm bringing someone else up because So he's been presiding over everything so far. Where do I put him? I'll put him over to the side. Where do I put you, babe? Oh, who's talking? The coots are talking. Good. The coots are talking. I know their voices. Where are they? So the coots are the ones who clean up the debris, right? Like I just went and, with that deluge, it made a mess. It was good. It was healthy, right? Everything washed away. We want to use this. We want to use the energy of the rain. Imagine it cleansing you from every thought, feeling, negative energy, anything on the outside, washing it away. Washing away, I want to wash that man right out of my hair, right? Bad relationships, sickness, sadness, we're washing it away. When it's heavy, it's even better. When the heavy rain comes, then we've got this little light. This is like a refreshment. This is like moisturizing our bodies. This is giving us healing rain. This is loving energy coming down right now. When you have the lightning and the thunder, that strikes the earth. When the polarity of the cold and dark, the cold and hot come together, and they cause a collision. Remember, we were shown that was coming. Storm angel. Remember, storm angel. And it was a collision of different ideas and belief systems. Sometimes it's with other people. Sometimes it's within ourselves. I watched my twin last night as twins. As he was twins. I saw two sides of him. It was crazy. It made perfect sense. Right? And that's what it is. So what's going on, the clashing and the fighting, it doesn't have to be with you and another person. It could be within yourself, struggling through to deal with the darkness and the light within you, right? So you're going to use this energy from the storms, use the energy outside and work with the energy inside. So here comes the rain, right? It was crazy gnarly. It was fun. It was beautiful. It was a lightning show. Sometimes people are putting on a show. Sometimes the loud, bright boom crash, right? It's a show. Sometimes that anger is a show for fear. It's what you show on the outside, but inside there's somebody that's trying to protect themselves, right? So that all happened. I come out here, I clean up after the aftermath, right? And that's what the coots are doing right now. They're cleaning up the aftermath. Aren't you a pretty little thing? What are you? What kind of a bird are you? That looks like a female sparrow. She's little. Oh, she's cute. It is. It's a female sparrow. Where's my Mr. Sparrow? He hasn't shown up this morning. He's out busy doing something. But that's a little female. Victory sparrow. Self-worth. Okay. I think I was saying something else. Well, I was, because the Panther was down there wanting to be included. Right? So the Panther is going to be included. We're going to use this as the base. That's what's going to be. We're going to use this to hold everything up, because that's what we need. Peace, joy, and love. Our items to choose from are going to be the Black Panther. Coming down from the mountain. Coming back from the jungle. The Butterfly of Transformation. The small coal oil lantern. I love that one. I was looking at this morning and I said to my landlord, look, that's like the big sun. And this looks like a yucca plant growing, some type of a cacti. And this is, to me, this can be so many different things. Oh, can you not see it? Let's see. I'll zoom it in so you can see it. There you go. Sorry. I thought you guys could see it. I see a spider. I see an octopus. I see a hummingbird. I see everything in one. Have you ever seen those ink drawings and you're supposed to ask yourself, what do you see first? What's interesting to me is I didn't see spider first. I see a bird first. I see the osprey wings. See how they go up like that? That's how the osprey wings do. This is the eagle. Then I see a spider. Then I see a dragonfly. See the wings here like this, and they've got their legs, and then they've got the big wings here. I love looking at that. I love this. Remember I said I wanted it back? I'm wondering if he's giving it back to me. It's awful. I'm like my mom. Oh my God. My mother would give me gifts and then want them back. And then this one I love so much. I really do. This one's awesome. Okay, you guys. I gotta stop. I'm enjoying my things. I'm enjoying the rain. But see how now it's starting to get misty, right? It's foggy. It's misty. So it might be that something happened last night It was a big deal. It was a big explosion. A lot of energy was released. And then you go to sleep. It was a fitful sleep because of the loud thunder and lightning. But then now, today, you're up around and you're thinking about it again. So now the emotions might be coming again. Now, it could be tears, or which is cleansing now. So use this rain to cleanse, right? Use this to wash away whatever is no longer necessary. For me, I'm using it as healing. To me, this is healing. I'm pulling in all of this moisture. I've been saying that my body is so dry, it feels like it's going to crack. I went and got serum for my face and moisturizer because it was just too dry for me. So this to me feels really, really good. The moisture, it feels healing, and everything out there needs this so badly. Okay, so we're going to start. We're going to use this to hold. I'll back us up a squirt. We're going to start with the Magdalene Oracle. We're going to start with the Black Panther. So, oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So for those who chose the Black Panther, I absolutely did. Black Panther. Correct for neutrality on all levels. The Black Panther is about astral travel, which is what I was doing last night for sure. And it's about the power of the feminine. It's the power of connecting with your dreams. And it's very, very powerful. The mystical energy of the black cat. All right, here we go. At 16 minutes and 26 seconds, love. For those who chose the Black Panther, and I did. Okay, so you see this mosaic type picture. It's kind of like a Monet picture. I don't really like Monet paintings. I like detail. But what you see predominantly is the lily. Of course you do. So there's the lily in the front. One big lily. There's a lot of lilies in the pond, but there's one big one right there. That's the focal point, right? That's what I'm getting here. There may be a lot of fish in the pond, but there's one that you got your eye on. There's one lily. All these other ones, yeah, they don't stand out like this one does. And this one is mostly surrounded by dark green and love. Look at that, dark, and there's black in that green, right? There's black, there's green for love and healing, but there's darkness in there, mostly surrounding this giant lily. But that's the focus. That's the focus. And the colors here, we've got very grounded, rooted colors. We've got, all throughout it is the solar plexus, self-worth. We've got sacral chakra, right? We've also got the root chakra with the deep red, burgundy, earthy feeling. To me, I'm seeing like pentacles. So this is definitely grounded family love. That's what comes to me. That's the kind of love that's what you want. You want the great sense of self-worth, friendship. Look at the brightness of the sunshine, right? The sun makes everything grow, and the green is new beginnings. It's also financial stability. It's everything here. This is a beautiful, beautiful message. And what it's telling you is that soon a very beautiful relationship is about to develop. And if this is not going to be, this is one that's here for the long haul. This is not a fly-by-night. This is not an affair. This is not a one-night stand. This is not a weekend wonder. This one is going to stick around for many, many years. There's going to be a lot of blessings that come from it. Spirit wants us to really soak this in. Marinate. Like this kind of looks like a stew, right? Really feel this. Pull this energy in. And appreciate every moment together. This is about savoring. This is bliss. This is amazing. This doesn't come coincidentally, accidentally. This comes because there's great love in your heart. And when you have that great love and you send that great love out, you are that great love, you attract that. You have drawn this to you. If you are in a relationship already, this is about a deepening of that relationship. But none of this just happens. We have to be willing. We have to be receptive. We have to be open. We have to reach for it. You've got to come down out of that mountain, right? And accept what's yours. This is about embracing the love in front of you. Nothing just comes to you. People often feel, well, if it's meant to be, it'll be. No, you know what? Here's the deal. You got to do something about it. You came here to act in your life. Now, there are events that are fated, things that are decided. There are things, and relationships specifically, that were decided before you came here. People say, yeah, but we have free will choice. You had free will choice in spirit before, when the plans were being made. And you made your choice. That was the choice that you made. That's why we know there are certain relationships that are fated, that are meant to be. This is one of the relationships that was meant to be. This is one that you decided before you came here. You would find one another. You would work through your issues. You would learn your lessons. And this is the one you chose. This is the chosen one. This isn't about, oh, well, he could go this way or she could go that way. No. This is about you now living that vow. You made a vow to each other before you came here. And this is about you going after and embracing what your soul is longing for. Your soul is longing for it because you had already made this choice. It's already in your DNA. You already know that. But you need to come down and embrace it. It's not going to come running up and jump into your lap. So be receptive to each other. And it's not a one-way street. It's both. You have to be receptive to one another and what both of you need. And whatever you have, we've been speaking a lot today about overwhelming emotion, insecurity, right? This needs to be spoken about. You need to speak the truth. I was speaking to someone yesterday, a client that called in on my hotline. And this person was afraid to let the person in their life know. This person went and slept with her ex-boyfriend and was dating other people, but loved this other person. I said, why are you doing that? Well, I don't know how they feel. So you're going to go have a relationship with someone else that doesn't matter to you? Well, I'm just afraid that if I let them know how I feel, what if they reject me? And I said, I don't even understand this. It doesn't make sense to me. Why would you give yourself to someone else when the one that you want is there? Because you're afraid that they might not want you, so you don't even give them or yourself the opportunity? You're going to go share your body with someone else? Something so sacred? That makes no sense. Go after the one that you love. Open your heart. Tell them your insecurities. You know, a lot of times people are afraid, if I let you know, you're going to think less of me. No, you know what? It's people will actually feel the opposite. It's different than you feel. If you trust this person enough to express your true feelings to them, that's an honor. You're letting them in. You're letting them know something. If you allow someone to know your weakness, you trust them. Now, it can be difficult because maybe you've done this before. The rain starts to fall heavier, right? Now the rain's falling heavier and heavier. I've done this before. I did open myself up, and I was humiliated. I was pushed aside. But you know what? This isn't the same person. You love this person. I love that person too. There's our osprey, flying in the storm. The only one that we see flying. Can you see it? I know it's dark. It's coming back around. He always goes over to this one tall tree. Oh my gosh, let's see him up close. To see him flying in the storm, not running from the storm, flying in the storm. Oh my gosh. It's misty, so you may not be able to make him out. I watched him coming across the lake. Oh, come on. Even I can't barely see him. He's go up high, go up high. Oh, he's diving. Now, notice there are no other birds flying. But just like the eagle, right? They use the energy. They're not afraid. They're water birds. That's amazing that he showed up. He's so big and bold and not afraid of this weather, not afraid of this emotion. As it pours down, not afraid, but he's flying up. He's not diving down into that water. Not right now. Open yourself up. Show someone that you love that you trust them. You trust them enough with your secrets, with what you feel inside. Do you see him now? Come right to us. Oh, you're so beautiful. Come right to us. Oh my God, I just love him. He comes to me every day now. Yeah. I said I wouldn't jump up, but I get too excited. The only bird flying in this rain. All right, you guys. What is going to be our clarifier for this love deck? I think what we'll do is we'll use the Romance Angels as a clarifier. It's a love card, right? It makes perfect sense that the Osprey shows up when we're talking about love, a deep, beautiful relationship, and the Panther. You know, I'm going to make it personal because it's personal for me too. Oh, look, there is another flying. And it's a great white heron. Oh, right? Because that's what we are. The heron people. Oh my God, you guys. I have to stop for a minute because I need for you to look at the water. I need for you to look at the patterns on the water. It's so beautiful. It's probably, I don't know, I was going to say it might annoy you guys that I'm doing this, but you wouldn't be on my page if this annoyed you. Look at the color of the water. It's like steel gray. It's very calm. Isn't that interesting? It's very calm. There's water pouring down on it, but it's very, very calm. So there's a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion, but it's good. It's good. This is good emotion. So if there's a swell, this is like the great wave, right? This is not dangerous. This is beautiful. That lake is calm. Oh. The reflection, silver, but gunmetal. Like the side, like the color of the edge of that butterfly, right? My glasses, I'm wearing glasses for reading, and my glasses are completely splattered. So I can't, hold on, I can't see. I'm so excited that it's raining while we're out here. It's what I wanted. Ask and you shall receive. I want to be able to, I don't know where to put the, I guess I'll just leave it down here. If he comes back, you know I'm going to jump up. I have to. So the Osprey's not afraid. He's flying in his emotional energy. He wasn't diving down. He's flying. He's dealing with stuff. Let me see. So what is the deal? For those that have this relationship, that this deepening of this blissful, beautiful relationship, the ones that are going to express their emotions, the ones that are going to embrace what their soul's longing for, the ones that are about to have this beautiful, blissful reunion or this beautiful new love come into your life. What do you have to show us? What is the other message in the Romance Angel deck? The most important. Oh, it's so heavy. I'm going to get really excited here, you guys. Trust. Okay? It's exactly the message. This situation is calling for you to have faith. You're nervous. Look at that guy. He's nervous. She's telling the truth. She's wearing a white dress. Her heart is on her sleeve. He's commanding something. What is in his hand? It's like he's like an orchestra leader or something. He's commanding something, and she's interrupting him. He's busy. Oh my God, you guys! In my dream 4 years ago, after the end of the dream, there was a guy and a girl. They knew each other in school. I'm going to tell the story as you look out here. They knew each other in school. They always liked each other, but they were only ever friends. They finally got together. But then he had to go away and do his work, and she had to do her work. They got back together, and then they broke apart. And then it goes to first person. I get a phone call. I said, hello? But I don't hear them speaking to me. I hear the man speaking to someone who they called Lisi, which represents to me, I think, the person's mother. And I heard the person say to him, leave her alone. You'll only hurt her. Besides, she's in love with and named this other man, which was not the truth. Someone that I used to like. Now, remember I told you I watched my twin last night as a twin? I'm beginning to believe that the person who said that was him. The part of him inside of himself that was like his mother. Yep, that was confirmation. And I screamed, no, don't tell him that. That's not the truth. Don't tell him that, because I was watching. Right? So here I am, trying to dump the emotional water. No, that's not what happened. I was really upset because he believed this and it wasn't the truth, and it was causing a distance. So then the phone hung up, and later we got together, we were together, and the person said to me, did you get the phone call? Did you get my call? And I said no. I told them no because I didn't want them to know that I heard what that person said. I knew that person was already worried about the other man in my life, and I didn't want to bring up that energy. I didn't want to even discuss it. And he said, well, I called you. I called you from your work. And I said, you did? Oh, I'm getting messages right now. I can't believe it's taken me this long to figure this out. And he said, yes. And I said, why? He says, I went to take care of something for you at your work. And I said, you did? And he said, yes, because I love you. And I said, wow. And then we were walking through the Rainforest Cafe. Isn't this interesting? It's kind of like this area right now, right? We were walking through the Rainforest Cafe, and he was holding my hand, and I had my head down. And I felt insecure. I didn't feel very good about myself. I think I felt like I was heavy, which I do right now. I feel like a chunky monkey. And we got to the waitress in the restaurant. And when we got there, we saw this boy and girl sitting at a high table. Now, high always represents spiritual. There was a little boy and a little girl. The little boy, I don't know why I'm telling you this story. There's a reason it's going to come up. The little boy, the waitress handed the little boy a card, and on it was a tiger. My totem. And I said, wow, that's pretty cool. And then she handed one to me. And it said Wild Jungle. And I looked at my twin and I said, you know what that means? And he said, no, what? And I said, it's time to go on safari. And then I turned. I'm glad we're out here. I'm going to have to keep doing this. And then I turned to look, and I saw this man sitting at a table with a dark blue vintage military style jacket. I couldn't see his face. His face was washed away, but he had very, very long hair. He was wearing that. And I looked at him and I said, oh my God, it was you all along, wasn't it? And he said, yep. So the message I just got was, it wasn't anyone else. It wasn't his mother. It wasn't his brother. It wasn't his friend. It was him. It was his own fear, his own doubt, his own mistrust that I love somebody else, not him. And just like the song said, my demons, my inner demons. This is somebody who didn't want to hurt me because they felt that there was something in themselves that it would be better off that I didn't have in my life. But I just finished telling you how we've made arrangements before we came to this earth. This is something that was agreed upon. And we have to work through this heavy emotion. Look at this, it's getting heavier and heavier. We've got to work through it. This is about expressing ourselves. Who was in the sky? The osprey. Who came afterwards? The white heron. They're both the same kind of a person. The osprey is able to dive down deep under their emotional waters. There was no one else flying in this weather, but those two were flying. Those two. The crane people, they're different. They're odd. They're unusual. They see an opportunity and they jump on it. People think they're strange. People don't understand them. They dance to their own beat. They don't care about keeping up with the Joneses. They don't care what anyone else thinks. That's the white crane. That's the osprey. That's my personal story. I know that this will have something to do with your message because it's the same situation. This person doesn't want to trust. This person is very busy. They're commanding armies. This one's a general, right? This one is a very, you think about the military style of a person. Disciplined. They don't show their emotions. They're serious. There's darkness, dark blue, but there's light blue. They're an honorable, truthful, loving person. Military style, may have been raised in that type of an environment, right? And here is this person. I don't care what you pretend to be. I don't care how you act. This is the truth of who I am. I'm shining my light. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I'm not worried about speaking this way. I'm not worried about speaking this way, about this deluge of emotion. I am supposed to do this. And Spirit is backing me. Confirmation. Spirit is backing me. And so for you guys, don't be afraid to express your feelings for the one that you love. This situation is calling for you to have trust. You're afraid to trust. Somebody is afraid to trust. Get rid of the heavy emotion. Act on it. Release it. Right? Use it. Use this energy that we have right now to let go. Wash away all of that you've been holding on to. All of the gutters that were clogged. They're not clogged anymore. They've been all cleaned out. Everything is being energized. There is no stopping this great wave. There's no stopping this deluge. It's there. It's real. Embrace it. Stop fearing. Stop using your work as a way to keep love at bay. What do we do when people are afraid? What do we do when people push us away? But you know they push us away because it's fear. We love them more. It doesn't mean you have to throw yourself at a body. I'm not throwing myself at my twin. I don't write to him. Actually, I did the other day. Babe, I wrote to you on LinkedIn. I said, I'm here. I'm here. I meant it. So, Spirit is telling you that everything is the way it's meant to be. Just like I said, we made this choice eons before. Listen to what your soul is saying. It's only your human body that's telling you that you're afraid of this. Don't add fear to the situation. It's causing drama. It's causing negativity. It's causing your own blocks. Ask Spirit to help you release this. That's what Archangel Michael, I said, Archangel Michael's kicking ass and taking names right now. He's clearing away everything that needs to be cleared away. He's releasing it. This is the hot and the cold coming together. The hot and the cold coming together, causing a collision. And it's overwhelming. It is overwhelming, but work with it. This situation is designed to bring blessings into your life. It was meant to happen. You know who's flying right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doves. They all landed in the osprey's tree again, but there's 6. 6 doves. 6 representing the material world. You're too focused on this material world. You need to focus more on the spiritual world. Not about business, not about what you perceive as your own personal flaws, or maybe you're just too strong, maybe you're just too tough, maybe whatever you think. What you're seeing are 2 human persons standing here, a female in a pretty dress, a man in a military uniform. What you're not seeing is 2 powerful spirit creatures that are just happening to inhabit these bodies at this time. And this little fat cherub down here with this little arrow, that's not a little fat kid standing there. That's a 50-foot high archangel backing you up. Archangel Michael, kicking ass and taking names and saying, hey, look at this. Do you think that this cherub is asking her to pull away from him? This cherub is pushing her into him. Maybe she's resisted it. This could be reverse. This could be the male. This could be the female. This could be me, the military leader, right? This one, the truthful, honest one. I wear my heart on my sleeve and I've been taken advantage of. This one's shoving you into this one. This one's busy doing their work, right? I'm a teacher. I'm teaching here. I know who you are, and you know who I am. But mind, body, and soul, we know deep down inside. This situation is leading you to the love that you so deeply have craved and that you deserve. And this path that you're on right now, look at the 2 cards. You want to talk about your outcome exceeding your expectation? It's leading you in the right direction. And if you have faith and trust in this situation, it makes it easier for you. Start uplifting. Start thinking positive thoughts about this. Start getting excited and happy. That's what attracts the positive situations, the positive results with you and your romantic partner. This is a clear sign. You have to have faith. And with faith, everything is possible. This is yours. I'm with you. This is for you. Beautiful, beautiful. No mistake that the osprey showed up right then. Who's the osprey in your life? You know, I asked myself yesterday, I thought about this a few times, and I thought, you know what? I'm the osprey. I'm the white heron, and I'm the blue heron, I'm the white crane, I am the osprey. We all are. We both are. We all have the same within us. I thought about that. A diving eagle. Diving down deep under the emotional waters. I'm not afraid of doing that. I know I will emerge safe and sound. I'm made for that. I was made for that. It's like that song. I was made for you and you were made for me. It's the truth in this situation. So trust it. So for those who chose the butterfly, we're going to go to Alice the Wonderland. Makes sense with the colors, right? And now the rain stops, right? We just needed that. Right then, there was a lot of emotion, and it needed to be expressed truthfully. It was you all along, wasn't it? Yep. And maybe somebody's saying, wow, it was you all along. There's a song by Maroon 5. It's called Hazel Eyes. It should be called Blue Eyes for me, but it said, wow, you know, always friends, we never crossed the line. And I realized, and as soon as I say that, the water starts to pour. Always friends, we never crossed the line. And I realized it was you all the time. It was you. Sometimes we don't recognize what's in front of us. Correct for neutrality on all levels. At 41 minutes and 7 seconds. Well, that was a clear cut. Never jam today. Okay, that looks nummy. I'm not allowed to have anything like that right now, because I'm resculpting my chunky monkey body. I'm telling you, if we're going to the Rainforest Cafe, I'm going to be feeling not quite, well, that's not true. I have to re-examine my mind, don't I? The number 3 and 5 is 8. You're going to be infinitely supplied. So never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now. Promises that never come to be. Well, I'm glad we didn't get this for the first message, right? So there's somebody in your life that's promising you something, and they're empty promises. We've gotten this for a while. Yep, you just got confirmation. Interesting. They're promising you something. You want to believe it. Someone is likely telling you there's something prolific. There's going to be a lot of money, opportunity. They have an offer for you. We were shown this yesterday. Remember the guidance, but where is it leading you? Remember, be careful of the opportunity. Remember, we had an opportunity coming in. We weren't supposed to take that one. We were excited about it. It looks really good. It was probably with family or friends, with people we knew. And it looked really good. It was going to be really profitable. It was going to be exciting, and it's a lie. It's literally a lie. They're not going to come through with it. They're not going to deliver it. They're not. They will never come through with everything that they're saying. They're claiming that they can do, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. I'll give you a raise, or I'm going to commit to you. But this is a promise that will never be, it will never happen. This is somebody who would offer you to have an affair, but saying that they're going to, I'm going to leave my, oh wow, that was information. Did you see that? I'm going to leave my husband for you, but I'm not. I'm not. This is somebody who is always talking about, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, you know? In the future, we're going to do this. And they're stuck on memories from the past, but they don't make good on the promises that they talk about for your future or even now. What's interesting here is the Queen is offering all of these goodies to Alice, right? And what's so funny about this, I love this, because this happened to me yesterday. She starts to laugh and she says, I don't want you to hire me, and I don't care for your jam. Because the Queen had offered her something. The Queen said, well, it's very good jam. Well, I don't want it. I don't want it today. I don't want it tomorrow. I don't want it at any rate. And then the Queen says, well, you couldn't have it if you wanted it. And that's okay, because Alice is not attracted by the offerings of this Snow Queen, this Ice Queen. She doesn't want it. But there are others who live hanging in hopes of having what's being offered. But Alice realizes you're trying to maneuver and manipulate me, and you can't buy me. You can't buy me. I know that you are manipulating, or you're attempting to manipulate, and it'll never happen. I cannot be manipulated. Confirmation. It's never going to happen. And I feel sorry for the people who believe in anything you say, because I know that it's false promises. So right now, you might be listening as someone else is making false promises to another. It's kind of like a money market scam. I always think about that. Money market scam. Make it sound great. I've heard people, you know, oh yeah, I've got this great, we're going to make millions, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Oh, bullshit, you're full of shit. You're lying. You never make do on anything. You go from one thing to another to another. There's always a new scheme. Get rich quick scheme, because that's what it's about for you. It's not about putting in the work. It's not about, oh, song right now, Soul Sister. Lipstick stain on the left side of my left side brain. I knew when we collided, you were the one I decided, who was just like me, one of my kind. Ooh, confirmation. The smell of you in every single dream I dream. I knew when we collided, you are the one I have decided, one of my kind. Right? All the other treats being offered, but this is the one. You can't be bought. You can't be manipulated. All the temptations put in front of me don't faze me, because I don't want any of them. I know the one I want. Right? I know where I'm going. So you can save your false promises and all of your temptation. You can parade in front of me naked. I guess they are. You can throw yourself at me. But I see through you. I see you for the scheming, lying person that you are. I see you for someone who really just wants attention, who has no intention of giving or committing. We have a connection we can't deny. I'm so obsessed. My heart is about to beat out of my untrimmed chest. This is important to certain people, certain words, I know. I believe in you like a virgin, you're Madonna. And I've always wanted to blow your mind. You know, this song, it played yesterday too, didn't it? Or recently, and it hasn't for a long time. There's a line in here that we need to hear, though. Hold on. But this is a soul sister. And this is like soul family. It doesn't have to be about love. It can be partnership, right? It can be friendship. Soul. Connected. Watching you is the only drug I need. So gangster, I'm so thug. You're the only one I'm dreaming of. I can be myself now, finally. And there's nothing I can't be. I want the world to see you'll be with me. And this is what we were talking about. The feelings of knowing that you found soul family, soul friendship, soul love, a connection, someone where you don't have to pretend, someone where you can open up your heart and be truthfully who you are. Like the white crane. I don't care what other people say or do or what they think is important. All of these treats, all of these luscious desserts, all of these, you can sample any of these. I don't want any of these. Right? I don't want any of it. I know where I'm supposed to be. I know where there's truth. I know where there's goodness. I cannot be manipulated. Maybe at one time I was, but no longer. I now see through to the truth of the situation. As I said, this could be love. This could be partnership. It could be friends. This is when we finally stand up and we are who we truthfully are. And we allow everyone to see who we truthfully are. And we stand in our integrity. And we stand and we don't allow ourselves to be compromised. All of a sudden, it's freedom. That white crane was flying in the middle of the storm, right there with the osprey, right along with that diving eagle, strong, through the heavy rains. Nothing was going to keep them down. The freedom to move through that and use that energy to lift them higher instead of to be pushed down by it. So right now, that's if you get this, right? So are you listening to someone do this? Boast, offering other people what they can do, and you're sitting there looking at them thinking, are they going to do that? Well, have they always been talking about the way things were and always planning about the way it's going to be, but they're struggling right now? It's always going to be that way. It's like action speaks louder than words. This person said yesterday, well, this person doesn't have, isn't good at expressing themselves. Well, sometimes it's not about words, right? As I've said before, sometimes people get lost in the words and forget the feelings. What are they doing? Are they walking their walk? Are they talking their talk? How are they behaving? Are they saying one thing and doing another? Are they promising one thing and living another? Oh, they've got these fantastic promises. They drive a beautiful car. Do they own that car? Or is it leased? Anybody can have a beautiful car. There are a lot of people that spend a lot of money to look good. I have a friend, well, she's not a friend, it's someone I used to know that leases a car, lives off of her ex-husband who she's not even with, so that she can be supported by him, has Restylane lips, Botox face, gets it all done on her ex-husband's dime, stays there, is not in love with him, has affairs with all kinds of different people, but stays there because of the money, and puts this image out where you got to look like this in order to haul in the big fish. But the thing is, she never does haul in the big fish. The people that she draws to her are garbage. Why do you think that is? Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. I said I used to know this person. I don't associate with this person. It's not that I think that this person is a piece of garbage. This person has a very, very low self-esteem. This person, however, has a choice. This person could work. This person has every advantage that anyone else has and every disadvantage that everybody else has. Nobody has it worse. Nobody has it better. We all have the ability. This one chooses to do nothing and just live off of their ex. They're there for the money. That's all. They're not there out of love. They're using the other person. Boasting. Putting on a pretty picture. Putting on a big show. But that's not the reality of who they are. It's funny, you know, you can see somebody out there and you could get this impression of someone. Now you think about somebody who drives a nice car, has a fancy watch, expensive shoes. But if you look at that watch, it's a fake. It's not a real Rolex. They got it in Tijuana. That's a knockoff suit. It's $200. They have a $700 a month payment for that car. They're paying all of that to present an image in order to haul in unsuspecting people on their get-rich quick schemes, or to snag themselves a rich husband or a sugar mama. We all have seen and met people like this. Don't be a victim of manipulation, of withholding. Ask for results. Ask to see something right now. Don't buy what they're selling. If you are not understanding this, then you're easily being manipulated. You're believing what people are telling you. You're not seeing what they're actually doing. You're living off of false promises, hopes for the future that will never be realized. You're wondering, aren't you? Are they ever going to deliver on this? Are they ever going to come clean? Is this ever going to happen? You've got this awesome dream about the way it's going to be. Oh man, fantasizing about something so amazing. But you're dreaming about the way it was yesterday. It's not that way now. Maybe at one time, they had that, but they don't anymore. And you know what's really sad? Is if you're somebody who focuses on that and cares, because Alice doesn't give a shit about all this. Alice is a white crane person. She doesn't care about keeping up with the Joneses. I don't care if this is a Rolex watch. I wear the watch I wear because I think it's cool looking. I don't care that these aren't platinum. My rings are silver, so they don't turn my fingers green. And I wear crystals because they're powerful and they mean something. This one gold ring was my mother's. I wear it because it was my mother's. I used to have diamond tennis bracelet, you know, I had the diamond, you know, the whole thing that everybody went through. And I've realized I wear these things for a reason. They have power. It doesn't matter to me. I was talking to my landlord this morning and he was looking at my patio. And he says, those little dragonflies really set off this little patio. And I said, you know, I laugh because I always said I would never have cheap garden ornaments. I must be like my grandmother. And I thought, wow, I'm so grateful that I am because she's my biggest hero. But I'm looking at these now and I don't see cheap ornaments. When I look at that, I see what that looks like a dragonfly to me. It means something to me. It means hold on to your dreams. You deserve to see them fulfilled. They're sound and valid. Pay attention. You have prophetic dreams. You got gifts, girl. Most of my plants, I either propagated myself or were gifted. I wanted to show you guys something. When I was walking in the one little area that we have, this little forest near us, it's up in Fallbrook, I found a little sprig of this. It's called periwinkle. And I took a little tiny sprig out of the ground and I stuck it in that pot and I thought, well, if it wants to grow, it'll grow. It's grown. It was trailing all over the ground. I used to step on it and I thought, no, I've got to elevate it. I've got to elevate it where it can actually be shown. And now look at, you see the golden panther in the rainforest, right? That's what brings me delight. Watching and seeing. Like right now I looked over here and I thought, wow, Mr. Rosewood looks like he's dead. I'm really sad. Then I saw, you know what, there's still a little sprig. He needs to be planted in the ground. He really does. He's trying to hold on. There's a new leaf. And I thought, wow, is this moonflower gone? But no. There's brand new growth right there. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, there was a... I've got to show you something. This is amazing. Okay, who are we dealing with right now? We're dealing with Alice of the Wonderland, right? And I'm wondering, I took the... I had something up here to shield this from the heavy sun, and I took away the shield because it wasn't so hot anymore, and I thought it's going to be okay. I'll take it out now. And I thought, wow, it's dying. I wonder why. Well, do you know why it is? Look at the size. Look at the size of that caterpillar, and look at the one right there, and look at the one right here. They're feasting, and they're huge. And I'm going to let them have this plant. Does that not look like the Alice in Wonderland plant, the caterpillar? These are going to soon turn into, they're feeding. And very soon, they're so big right now that they're going to soon wrap themselves up. And there's 3 of them. Look at them, you guys. I'm actually very honored. I really am. 3 Ascended Masters working with me. Full circle completion. I hope you're enjoying that, nummy nums. I want to make sure that there's only 3. Because 3 is a magic number for me, just like the number 7. I don't see any others. Just the 3. That's incredible. That's incredible. I need to take a still of this. Hold on. I need to take a still of this. Wow. I've never seen them that big. That's incredible. I think they're ready to wrap up and go into their little papoose. And then I'm going to have 3 of the most amazing butterfly, or I don't know. I don't think those are going to be butterflies. I think they'll be moths, but moths are drawn to the light. Oh my God. Okay, what I was trying to say was, what's exciting to me is growth. And there's a transformation that you're seeing right there. Someone feeding voraciously on the tender parts, right? taking the information in, and soon going to go into hibernation, and then there'll be a transformation. Does it not make sense since we're working with the butterfly? Wow, I can't get over the size of those guys. I feel like I should make them a little box to sit in so that they can have their little cocoon safe. They've pretty much devoured my moonflower, haven't they? Wow. 3 of them devoured my moonflower. Okay. Don't be lured by the temptations. They're just going to make you fat, and they're just going to be, they're giving you a toothache. They'll give you a headache. They look great, but they have no nourishment, right? Go for the green, healing nourishment like those 3 caterpillars. Wow. Amazing. You know where the true source is, right? It's not there. Just like that hummingbird that kept trying to go and get sustenance from those fake rainbow flowers. I'm not going to get anything. They know where to go. Around the corner. Take a couple steps further and go where you need to go. All right, for clarification, it looks like you guys are getting clarification with messages from your animals cards. I can't get over the size of those. That happened quickly because that moonflower was looking great the other day, and they've just devoured it. Those are huge. I can't get over that. All right. Here's your message. Alone time. Okay, that's exactly what's happening here. This one, yep, confirmation, is feeling crowded by these. I need alone. I need independence. I need time to myself. I don't want this. I don't want what you're offering me. I'm feeling crowded by you. Don't shove this down on me. It's not in my highest good, and I don't want it. I don't want it, and I don't need it. So in a relationship, if I were to read this in a reading, the person in your life needs independence from a situation. They're not liking what's around them. They're feeling crowded. They're feeling pressured. They need time to themselves. They need time to heal. The color is purple. They need spiritual time. They need healthy time. They don't want this. There's a difference between this and that. Your animal is telling you, I need more independence or time to myself. It's too crowded. So I know that Lily and Liger both want independence. Both of them. They want to get outside. They also like one-on-one time. They each go to their own separate quarters, which is fair. And that's why I said in relationships, it's very important that even in relationships, we understand and honor each other's need for privacy and private space. We need that. It's healing. We need time without talking to someone else, without someone asking us questions, just to be in our own sacred space. It's not, I don't love you, I don't care about you. It's, please respect my private time. It's important for me. It makes me feel healthy. It helps me heal. It's good for me. It's how I process. We need to learn to understand that and not feel rejected by that. Okay. I'm just still blown away. I can't wait to show my landlord that. I'm so excited. Okay, so now for those who chose my landlord's little lantern. Ooh, looks like his light's going out. I gotta lift the wick up a little bit. There we go. Turn some light on in the matter. There we go. I love these things. I really do. Okay, so for those who chose, so where do we go to? Ooh, Oracle of Shadows and Light. Sandy, I can hear you screaming. Whee! Correct for neutrality on all levels. Feels good out here, you guys. It's actually chilly. I'm so sad that the heat's going to come back. And you know, with all the moisture, it's going to be humid, which means things are going to get hot and steamy. After all this expressed emotion, it's going to be hot and steamy. Got to blow off some steam, right? Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. At 1 hour and 4 minutes, for those who chose the little blue coal oil lamp that has the ink blot design. And I would like for you guys, if you would help me, I would like to hear from you what you see. What is it that you see first? Now, I got to tell you, I told you 2 of the things that I saw, and then they showed up, right? There was the osprey, and there's the white heron. The white crane. They were both in there. And then I see the spider, which is creativity. And you know what else I see besides the dragonfly too? Is a bee. There's the bee in the center. There's the legs. There's the wings. Damn. Sweet victory. Get busy and get after the honey. Hold on to your dreams. Don't care about what other people think. Jump on the opportunity when you see it. You know you're going to make something of it. Other people won't even notice it's there, but you will. You will dive down deep under your emotional waters. And you know what? The opportunity in front of you, it's not going to be around forever. So grab it. Now's the time. All of those messages come forward in that ink blot. 1 hour and 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, no kidding. Really? Here we go again. It's almost not fair that we just got this, but I guess it's just confirmation that this is very important. There's Bill and Ted. All right? Or is that Bill and Ted? Who's standing in front of you? That one with the bubbling pot of ghoul. Trick or treat. Remember, in the Druid times, they would literally come dressed this way because they didn't want you to see who they were. You would have to pay them money or they would kill you. That's what Halloween was truly about. That's why it's not really a sweet holiday. People don't like to think about the history of things. But at this time, everyone's dressed up. She's dressed up like Snow White. She's holding on to that tall one. Is that red hair jealousy? Those ice blue eyes, is that the Snow Queen? Is she connected to this tall ghoul? Are you being made to go along with them? You're the one that holds the treat. They hold the trick. Is that the situation? We're here. 5, a significant change is occurring, always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes. Are you trying to get away from these people? Funny, I'm getting a different message this time. I read this differently depending on what Spirit has to say. This could be the ones that are promising something, right? It's going to be great, it's going to be great. But what they're doing is they're tricking people. And it's painful for other people. And you've been involved. You've got a mask on. No one can see that you're doing this, but you are. Spirit's going to help you get out of that situation, but you need to follow the guidance that you get in order to do that. Someone needs to light a fire under you to get you moving, possibly. Out trick-or-treating. So what's going on? Is that what's going on? Are you out doing that with those two? Sounds like it, according to the coot down there who's trying to clear up the bullshit. That's one angle of this situation. Are there strings attached to what they're offering? We just got this. Are you watching these two bullshit people? Promising them something. I'm promising you a treat, but there's a trick involved. Oh, God, that's what I'm getting today. Whoa. Huge confirmation. Wow. Huge confirmation. And the way that happened was the wind came and lifted the sail, lifted the tarp, and dumped all of that emotion out. And that's exactly what's going on. That is confirmation. So you are watching someone. This is following up the other message. And there's a change, a significant change, and it's for the better. The light has been turned on. Right? This has been exposed. You have a mask on, but it's seen. Is somebody acting as though they're a victim? When in all reality, they're a team, they're a partner? And you're a part of this, and it's sucking the life out of you. It's draining your life force. You thought this one here was an innocent one, but she's not. She's involved with this one. These two are a team. And what they're offering is sickness and death and mildew and mush. There is no treat coming here. You need to listen to what your abilities are telling you. What are the signals and signs that you've been getting? We've got confirmation here. You need to decide what's going on here. See through the thought patterns. See through the conditioning. See through the false promises. And reveal what's going on. You need to be courageous in order to do this. Don't be afraid. Spirit said there's a change happening. We're going to show you. We're going to show you how this is happening and what to do. Hold on. But you've got to act just like I do. Watch. This is something that I need to do. Because there's water pooled up here. And I don't want it to come down and dump on me. So I'm going to take affirmative action. And I don't wait and allow things to build up till the place where there's going to be a problem. I notice signs and I act right away to avoid being dumped on. That could have dumped on me, right? I don't need that. This could come crashing in on you. You don't need that. That's one message, and it's very strong, and it came first, so it had to be delivered. The other message is there could be somebody that you are being told, maybe by these ones, don't trust this person. This person will screw you over. This person will do this, or this person will burn you. This person will burn you, just like you were burned before. Remember? Leave her alone. You only hurt her. Besides, she's in love with Troy. Liars. Lying. It's not the truth. Never was the truth. They're the ones that are burning you. And they're a team. They work together. And you've been a part of this. Now, is this all you? Is a part of you causing you to do something that's compromising your own integrity, your own values, your own truth inside of you? Are you hurting yourself? Are you tricking yourself? Sometimes our own mind will do this to us. Now let's give this a positive spin. This is all about not judging the way things look on the outside. Sometimes, look, this one appears very beautiful and very sweet and very gentle, very innocent, but she's with this one. This one is evil. But then how about this? This one looks like I can't help it. I'm being forced to have, this one's making me do this. When in all reality, this is the one. This is the master manipulator. You are manipulating both of these ones. These two are friends. These two are Bill and Ted. And this is the manipulator, making themselves appear as a victim. This is the one that's burning everyone. Don't judge by appearances. Don't look at this pretty little innocent one and think, she's hard done by. Recognize the manipulator in your midst. It's not the bad guys. It's not the ones who are... You're being made to look like the bad guys when it's this one that's doing it. Damn, you guys. Okay, clarification. We're going to do clarification with the... We got to find out the truth of what's going on. It's about not judging by appearances, right? Sometimes you look at the bad guy and like that, you think these ones are the bad guys, but they're not. This one is. Sometimes you look at this one, and it is actually what it appears. Sometimes, like I said, this one is with this one, pretending to be with you. Remember, promising you, but then I'm not with you. This has been a setup all along. All along. All I know is this one's going to be left holding the bag. I've said that before. It's going to be your name that goes down. Yours is the name that's attached to this. Correct for neutrality on all of us. How do you clarify this, please? You know my favorite spots to be petted, stroked, or scratched. I could sure use your special touch right about now. This one is needing love. This one knows. I could sure use you right now. However, this one could be saying, oh, you know how to reach me. I could sure use your special touch right about now. Promise, promise, promise. When in all reality, that person's with that one. I'm never leaving my husband. We're actually working together as a team. We're milking you for everything you got. I use my body, and he doesn't mind because we have an open relationship. But, or what about this? I'm being used by him. I'm being whored out by him to bring in. People do it all the time. Burned in a three-way script, right? Playing a part. Or, in all reality, the person in your life says, I could sure use your touch. I know, you're the touch that makes me feel good. You are able to touch me where no one else is able to touch me. You're able to reach where no one else is able to reach. I could sure use that right now. I need some loving in my life. There's a towel here that soaks up emotions. This one's in a steel cage. There's a hand reaching out, and this one's putting their hand down, their head down, rubbing into that. I remember that. First time I saw my twin after 8 years. He rolled down the window and he had a beard. I'd never seen him with a beard. I instantly put my hand up to his face, and he leaned into my hand like a cat, wanting that touch, knowing that that was a loving hand that was touching him. This towel here is pink. This is love and healing. It's soaking up emotion. This looks like an animal that's been at the pound, right? That somebody has dumped off at the pound or has been found, and somebody's reaching in. Do I want to take this one? This one's being chosen. This one's saying, please take me. Please love me. Please take care of me. I've had nothing but cold metal walls around me. I haven't felt touch. I haven't felt love. I could sure use that in my life right now. All they've given me is this towel to lay on. I'd love to be on your bed, snuggled up with you. Now, if this is your pet wants some lovies right now. You know where to scratch them. You scratch my itch where I can't get it, right? There's spots on a cat that you can't reach. Cat can't reach. You know where to do that. Makes them feel good. Makes them feel loved. I can sure use some loving in my life right now, babe. Right? Not getting it from here. Or this one. I'm not getting it from here. Right? I'm stuck between these two. Maybe this is a child and these are parents. I'm stuck. I don't feel any love. It's cold and dark. There's so many different ways you can look at this. But this message is don't judge by appearances. Sometimes things that look scary aren't. You got to look and see what's going on. And sometimes you don't want to look. But we have to. And if you want loving in your life, you're going to have to pay attention and get real. Who lights your fire? Who lights your fire? They're not lighting it, are they? Come on, don't let me down now, right? What happens here? I'm losing it. Oh, you know why? Because the osprey said you need to move. It's not always going to be there. That's running out. There's a spark. There's a spark. It's not always going to be in front of you. I'm looking at the eyes here. Look at the eyes. Look at those eyes. Are you stuck in the middle between two? Death that's robbing your soul? Somebody's the trickster. Somebody's all about treats. All about the material world. Somebody's all about lies and manipulation, and you're stuck in the middle. Are these your best friends? Are these your family? Significant change. If you need help getting out of that situation, Spirit says it's here for you. The change is for the better, but you need to. You need to do the action. Reach out to the hand that's reaching out to you. I've never read that. I've never read that card that way before. It just came that way today. It's interesting. Okay, so for the ones who chose my turquoise oil lamp, which is me, and you know what? It's getting chilly out here. It's starting to get cold. I guess we're going to the Magdalene Oracle. No, I just heard Shapeshifters. Wow. Okay, hold on a sec. That's interesting. Let me just grab it. It's interesting, I went to reach for the Shapeshifters cards and your clarifier card came, but it's coming first, so it literally fell into my hand, so it's obstacle. What appears to be an obstacle is in all reality yourself. This one's dreaming of movie stars, pie in the sky dreams. Going on here. This one's got their psychic antennae. This one's covering over their right eye. I've just noticed that. The right eye. Remember yesterday I said I couldn't see out of my right eye? I'm not looking out of my right eye. This one's covering over their third eye. They have no interest in being spiritual. They're dreaming of stars. Being a star. This one is purposely covering over their right eye. I'm not looking out of my right eye because I'm choosing to look out of my heart eye, my third eye. Challenges may appear insurmountable, but they're not. Your path may be indirect, but it leads you to appropriate action, greater clarity, and ultimately to success. Trust the process. I keep getting obstacles may appear closer than they are, but sometimes obstacles appear farther away than they actually are. Which way is it for you? This one is purposely closing their hands over their third eye. This one looks like a man in drag to me. An actor. Like a show person, a showgirl, but you know, like the Follies or something. And this one is choosing to cover over their right eye. I'm not going to look through my right eye. I'm looking through my heart eye. Look at the color of my dress. It's pink. My psychic antennae is long and it's smooth. I'm connecting. I don't want to connect. Correct for neutrality in all levels. This person's obstacle is themselves. This person's obstacle is in their mind. It's not real. There is no obstacle. Even when you see an obstacle, there is no obstacle. That's what I say. There is no obstacle. There is nothing that Archangel Michael can't remove. There's nothing that I can't get through. Spirit's on my side. I already know what was foretold. I already know what my dreams have shown me. There are no obstacles for me. There are no obstacles for me. Okay, we've got one that just showed up and then there's another. So I want to see what the other one is. Hold on. One showed up and then the other. Okay, this is interesting. Check it out. The unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia, holding on to this fossil. I'm holding on to something that happened in the past. It's breaking my heart. 9, 3 and 6 is 9. You have everything you need in front of you to move forward, but you're choosing to hold on to your sadness. You're making yourself sick. But look what happens here. 1 and 5, 6. Don't focus on the material world. Don't focus on what was. Focus on spirit. And look what happens. Childhood treasure resurfaces. Your imaginary friend. The thing is, other people say that this friend, this love, is imaginary. My daughter. It's my daughter's birthday this week. Happy birthday, Lisi. She's not speaking to me. And that's what she said about my twin soul. He's not real. My mother's in love with a phantom. He isn't even real. He's not a real person. He's an imaginary person. Well, guess what? This imaginary friend resurfaces. The sadness, you let go of the past, replaying it over and over again. Let go, release it. Understand that there is no obstacle. There is no obstacle. You hold on to what your psychic antennae is showing you. Ignore this. That person doesn't get it. That person is focused on the material world. You're not. You're focused on the spiritual world. Funny that I chose the Acorn Man to hold the card down and his crown fell off, right? Because it isn't about the crown. This is also about, you know what? There's nothing I'm hiding underneath here. It's just a hat. It's all. It's just a hat. I'm not hiding anything. It's who I am. Raw, real. It's chilly right now, so I got my hat on. That's it. Frozen emotion, maybe? So there's another message in this one. And there's another message in this one. So let's ask the Red Bearer to come and hold this a little bit more solidly so we don't get knocked in the wind. Okay, so you are possibly holding on to the sadness of the past, replaying the same sad story over and over again. Sometimes you're not doing this alone. Sometimes other people are encouraging this. Sometimes other people are pointing this out because they want to keep you stuck there. You're holding on to what was. You're holding on to something that's long dead and buried. What is it that you're holding on to? Remember the message about the ones that are always making the false promises? You're looking back at what was, and you're dreaming of the future, but you never move forward? You're sad. You remember that. You're holding on to those memories, but you're not moving forward. You're not doing anything. You are required to do something in order to reach for what is in the future. You're choosing to hold on. I'm sad. I miss this. I want it. I remember it. It was amazing. It was beautiful. But I'm afraid. I've gotten comfortable holding on to this sadness. Every time I start to get strong again, myself or someone else that likes to keep me in this place reminds me of something negative, and it keeps me stuck in this place. I keep looking back oh, if we could have done this then. I wish I'd known you when I was young. But you aren't young. Now you're now. You can't stop what has happened, and you can't undo what is. This is where you are. You have to be in this reality. We can't be stuck in nostalgia. We can't be stuck in, I'm sorry, why didn't I do this? Remember that song, I wish somebody would have told me, babe, one day these would be the good old days. I was so focused on getting ahead and becoming famous and making it big in the world, and I let my fear get in the way, and I didn't go after who I wanted. I focused on my work. I wish I'd gotten up the nerve to say the things that I wanted to say. I wish I hadn't worried so much about what all my friends were saying, what other people told me should be. I wish I'd put that bottle down. I wish I hadn't used that. I wish I hadn't used sex, drugs, rock and roll to numb me. I wish I hadn't. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Beating myself up. Regret, regret, regret. And what are you doing? You're holding on to that pain and you're keeping it there. And you're keeping yourself stuck and you're not moving forward. This is a choice that you've made. You're choosing to be a victim. You're choosing to stay stuck and sick and sad. You're realizing, I did this to myself. And that's good to realize. You are where you are because of your choices. But don't stay there. It's about learning from your lessons and putting them in your tool belt and moving forward, right? But you're lingering there. This is an unending death and sadness and grief. You're slowly torturing yourself, and Spirit wants you to let it go because that's dead. That's over. Also, this is a beetle. Beetle talks about protection. You may have been using whatever it is to keep yourself away. You've been using this protection. But it's keeping you isolated and sad. It's not allowing you to have what you want. Wow, confirmation on that. Things are changing. And if you will surrender that, your little dragon will reappear into your life. Look, there's butterfly wings on this little dragon. Surrender it to Spirit and allow now that imaginary friend to resurface. The imaginary friend, the one that nobody ever believed was real. Maybe you didn't believe it was real. 1 in 5 being 6. 1, keep your thoughts positive. Your thoughts are manifesting your future instantly right now. 5, a significant change yet again. Always for the better, but together it represents 6. You're too stuck on the material world or the way things logically seem or the way things logically have been. You're forgetting that there's a spirituality to everything. Sometimes things aren't logical. Sometimes things are magical. This is something that was prophesied before you came to this planet. Try and remember that friend from the past. I love this whole imaginary friend thing because my brother had an imaginary friend named Herman. Oh, wow. Remember when I was in Santa Cruz, I was told to look for a special beetle, and I climbed to the top of the observation tower, and there was that placard that showed the bobcat and the deer and probably about 6 or 7 different animals and one bug, one insect. And the insect that was shown was the Mount Herman beetle. The beetle came to me earlier in that trip when the person where I was staying said, it was interesting, I watched yesterday as my cat walked by and there was this beetle. And instead of the beetle being afraid of the cat touched it. The beetle raised up on its back hind legs and spread its wings out. And I said, that's a message. We got that. It was the Atlas beetle. It said that you have a shield of protection around you. So the beetle is a protective coating that you have. You've put this protective shell and you're holding on to it. But it's dead. It's not useful anymore because now this shield of protection is keeping you isolated. It's not protecting you. It's keeping you away from this. Look at the color difference between this and this. There's no life here. Sucking, draining the life, but you're choosing this. You can have this. This is a dragon, a butterfly dragon. There's filled with passion and sacral chakra, seated sexual energy and creativity. Look at the colors and the lights in that. At this time, when the imaginary friend comes forward, as I said, my brother, his imaginary friend was named Herman. Herman. He lived in the curtains. And we were moving. He must have been, I don't know how old. I was probably just a baby. If my brother had an imaginary friend. I know it was around the same time my mom took me to the doctor to tell the homeopathic doctor that I was speaking in a different language. She must have thought, what's going on with my kids? Right? My brother's got an imaginary friend in the curtains, and I'm speaking languages that everyone knows are not a human language. I have to see who that is. I can't quite tell if that's a vulture or if that was my osprey flying right above me. Isn't that interesting? Got to be careful, right? It's a vulture. See, sometimes some things look like they could be another because they're in the shadow. The sun was flying, was from a different perspective, and when I looked at it, it could have been either or the other. There are 2 vultures up there, and there's 1 osprey. That's interesting. So, my mother took my, that was a message to me too, me confusing dad with mother, okay? So, my mother took my brother to the doctor. There was a few things that were going on. My brother was so jealous of me when I was born because I got attention. I shouldn't have told you that. I'll give you a clue. When I was a baby, my mother would go to pick me up from my crib, and I was soaking wet, like drenched. And she said, wow, she's really wet. I mean, I'm not letting her soak in her diapers. Why is she so wet? Every morning, wet. And it was getting worse. And so she would get up earlier to change me. She thought, well, I better get up, I set the alarm and go in there and change her so she doesn't sit in that soaking urine. And yet I was still soaking wet. So she thought, all right, well, maybe if I get up maybe an hour before she normally wakes up. Maybe it's just before she wakes up. So she goes into the bedroom and she catches my brother standing on a stool next to my crib peeing on me. He was so jealous of me. He's peeing all over me. So she thought, oh my God, these 2 kids. My mother was raising us alone, right? She's got to deal with these 2 kids. Goes to the doctor. And, Greg's got, we got to move. And Greg's got this imaginary friend named Herman living in the curtains. And I don't know what to do. He's traumatized. He doesn't want to leave. And he says, well, tell Greg that, he can go over, take a suitcase over to the curtains. And he can ask Herman to get into the suitcase. And he can take Herman with him to the new house. That was one thing. And Sherry with her baby talk. It's not baby talk, it's a language. She speaks a different language. Anybody who tries to copy the word, she changes the dialect. I don't know what to do with this. And he says, well, I don't know. I guess she's gifted. Is it bothering anyone? No. Let her have it. And what about my son peeing all over my daughter? He says, I don't know. But no son of mine is going to be peeing on any daughter of mine. I got to tell you that. So that's got to be handled. So jealousy had to be dealt with. Jealousy is not a good thing. This is all coming in. I don't know why. There must be something coming up about this. Jealousy can be very destructive, but one was feeling neglected. One was feeling like it needed attention, right? Maybe the new baby was getting more attention. We have to understand that. Could be a job, right? Maybe somebody's gotten successful in their work and their attention is on their work and someone's feeling neglected. Can cause them to act in ways that they wouldn't normally act, right? But the message in the imaginary friend was, it wasn't an imaginary friend. I wasn't talking baby talk. I was speaking to animals. I still retain one of the words. I spoke to animals in their language. It was a gift. My grandmother is gifted. My mother is gifted. She fought against it and didn't understand it and pushed it away. My brother, no doubt, has the same gifts. We all have the same gifts. We just choose to pretend that they're not real. They're imaginary. They don't really matter. They're not real. My brother was older, so my mom said, well, this is what you can do. You can bring Herman with you. And he said, no, that's okay. I'm not a baby. I don't need to bring him. So the sad part was that child wasn't cultivated. Their belief and their connection to this special friend, that imaginary friend was no doubt my brother's twin soul. It was a spirit creature that was helping my brother. We all have a twin soul. Most of us, our twin soul is our guardian angel. And the sad thing is we're taught to believe that it's just childhood fantasy. Babies just have gas when they're laughing and smiling into the air. Cats are just being weird when they are focused on something that's not there. No, they're not. Cats can see spirits. Cats can see negative energy and they can see positive energy. They will clear. They will go sit in a very weird spot in your house if there's negative energy there, and they will absorb that energy. Babies see spirit. They just came from spirit. They're waving hello and smiling at the ones that they knew from spirit. We need to encourage our children. Remember, I posted, I don't know if you guys remember, right as I say that, I see my osprey coming back. Somebody gave their child bottle of scary monster medicine. My Dr. Mesri, that was his name, Dr. Mesri. Isn't that interesting that I knew his name? I know his name. Just from those, that's so interesting. Dr. Mesri. I'd love to look him up. I mean, no, he's gone by now, many years, no doubt, but holistic doctor. He gave me sugar pills. They were just sugar pills, and it was to help me with something. I can't remember. I had some, what they thought was an imaginary ailment. It was no doubt an emotional thing, but they were sugar pills. I thought they were sugar pills. They were actually homeopathic pills. But this person made up this water, scary monster water, and it's about belief and intention. So I'm not telling you that isn't real, but sometimes things aren't real. Sometimes things are imaginary. The fearful, scary, someone's gonna get me while I'm sleeping, or you're gonna come after me. That's in our mind. It's our thought process, negative thought process. They made that bottle up and they gave that to that child, and that child took that, and with the intention and belief in the fact that they were supported, they slept soundly. Now, something is going to resurface in your life. There's going to be a friend that resurfaces, but there's something else as well. Spirit's asking you to go back in your memories, going back to a time. Go through your childhood dolls, your teddy bears. Go through your trunks. There's something that you have in your house, something that reminds you of your childhood. It's being suffocated right now. It's stuffed away in a box, or maybe the recesses of your mind. Or it could be a person, this special friend that may have been a secret. Others don't know. Others haven't met, so they're imaginary. Or maybe you have pushed them away. But it's about reconnecting and reawakening this connection. It's about restoring and revisiting this time. It could be something, a piece of jewelry. As I said, a teddy bear. They don't want to be hidden away. They don't want to be stuffed into a closet. I found my landlord's. I was in his office looking at some things, and I saw this. Actually, I was in the storeroom. That's where I was. And I found this bunny. It had one ear. And I said, "Is this yours from when you were little?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "This needs to come out. You need to look at this. This needs to be put in a place of priority." And so he did. He listened to me. And it's sitting in the hallway. When you come in the front door, it sits underneath the plant on the table. That's sacred. Every time he looks at that, no doubt, there's a memory of a good time. That was his best friend. I have teddy bears on my bed. I have an owl on my bed. I brought it from my trip. It represents my twin and I both. I have a psychedelic teddy bear, peace bear, rainbow bear, promise of good things after a storm. And I have a snuggly brown teddy bear. They all snuggle on my bed together because all of my teddy bears that I actually had since I was a child were stolen in my storage unit. But there's something that's important for you, on a memento, a treasure, something. There might be something that is a piece of jewelry that you are to put back on. And it's a protective talisman. For me, it's my mom's ring. I kept it in a dish, in a box, actually, in my trunk for a long time. It was protected. I didn't wear gold. I wear silver. Wow, when I said that, the acorn man fell off the table and his crown fell off. Okay, so it's a family heirloom. It's important. It needs to come out every time. I wear this ring on the same finger as my mom wore it. It doesn't matter to me anymore that the silver and gold don't mix. Who says they don't mix? I used to say that, right? But to me, this is a connection to my mother. It's protection. There's fire in these opals. So there's something that you have. I don't know. You'll know it when you see it. Or you'll know them when you see them, or you'll know as soon as I say this what it applies to for you. But it's very, very important. It could even be a picture. It could be just a scrap. I had, when we were little, we all had binkies. So I don't know what you guys called them. I called them binkies. They're a little blanket that my kids would have. And after a while, they get so threadbare, and then they get torn. And by the time they're done, it's just a little shred of material. It could just be that. It's time for you to bring this out and reconnect with it, because that holds a piece of your heart. It could be, as I said, a friend from when you were young. We were just kids when we met. This one knows your history. This one knows the truth of who you really are. They don't see. They know you without your crown. They knew you when you were just an acorn, before you got that feather in your cap. They see you as just that hippie standing in the yard, trying to sell all that junk. They know the real person inside of you. Some may look at what you pick up, your treasure. Why do you have that old rotten... Why do you have that threadbare bunny with one ear missing sitting on in the hallway, right there on the table where everyone can see it? Because it's priceless. Why are you reconnecting with that person? They're older. They're not bright and shiny. They don't wear a crown. Why do you want that old person? That old thing, that old person feels like they're not necessary to the other people. Why would you want to go there? It's old. It's ancient history. Leave it. Throw it away. It's not worth it. Go for something bright, shiny, and new. But it's because they don't understand the sentimentality, what this person or this item means to you. That this is the connection to the real you, the authentic, truthful you, the one that maybe others don't know about or have never known. They don't understand because they've become so removed from what's truthful and important that it means nothing to them. They don't understand it. But it doesn't matter if they understand it. That's not your problem. That's sadly their problem. It only matters that you understand and that you keep this treasure close to you. It's going to help you. It's going to bring you back to who you truthfully are. Hold that close to you. Put that in a place of honor. Allow that to bring you back what matters most. Interesting songs playing right now. I like that you're broken. I like that you're lonely like me. Broken like me. I met you, a trust fund baby, at someone's Brooklyn, New York loft at a party. And she said, these aren't my people. These aren't my friends. Come with me. And I took her hand. My confidence was wearing off. I was distracted by this beautiful broken person. They thought that they resonated with the broken part of me. They saw me as broken. They didn't see me as whole. That should be your first clue. They looked at you and saw you as broken and liked that. Why do they like that? Because they're someone who wants to stay in that broken place themselves? Or is it because they saw you as broken so that you were an easy mark? You don't want to be with someone who sees you as broken. You want to be with someone who sees you bright and fresh and whole. And when you look at that treasure, other people might see a worn-out bunny missing one eye with one ear. But that's not what you see. You see my best friend. My best friend who knows me. Where I can be myself. Where I feel safe and loved and understood. And I don't have to be wearing my crown. And if my crown fell off, they wouldn't be shocked. They wouldn't be pushed away. Because that's who they loved. They loved this bright, shiny acorn. And that's how they see me. Crown or no crown. In all actuality, they prefer me without the crown. That's my best friend. So allow this childhood friend. Childhood, you think about what, does that mean this is someone I knew when I was a little kid? Not necessarily. Because when we awaken, we're like children, right? We're babies again. You may have met this one right when you began to awaken. But many, many years have gone by. Feels like a lifetime ago. Could be someone from that way back when. It's definitely something that makes you feel like a kid again. It brings the child in you out, right? We're going to clarify with the romance angels. And then we're going to get wrapping because this is almost 2 hours. It's quite chilly out here. Correct for neutrality on all levels. How do you clarify with this? Oh, we already did a clarifier. We started with a clarifier. We saw an obstacle, but the obstacle wasn't real. The obstacle was ourselves or other people not seeing things right, which was affecting our own belief. There is no obstacle. This one's focused on the star, the movie star, or wanting to be a star, right? This one's focused on the crown, the Gucci crown. This one isn't. This one does not want to look out there of the wrong eye, right? It's purposely covering the right eye. Keeping the heart side open, focusing on love, remembering the beauty of the acorn, the authentic, natural self. That's why the crown fell off. I like you without your crown. Isn't it nice to be loved for who we truthfully are, not for what we have? I'm going to take one scan of the lake. See if there's anything else for a final shot that Spirit wants to show us. Right now it's contemplation time again. There's no rain. It's heavy. It might be nap time. Might be time for chili or warm soup, nice warm tea. It's time to think. It's time to take this all in and think. Yes. Do you know what sound that was? I don't see him, but I hear him. Or her. That's the osprey. I didn't know that the other day. I heard it, and then I saw him. Remember I said I'm expecting a bird. I don't see him, but I can feel him. Well, right now, maybe it's her. Remember I said it could be me. I don't see her, but I can hear her. I heard her just now. Or I heard him. But he's not showing himself. And I'm not showing myself either right now. Right now it's time to think. Pay attention to everything that we've had brought to our attention today. Think and get real with what's authentic, what's truthful for you, what matters to you. Clear away what doesn't matter. Wow, that's the coots. Realize also that we don't have to do it all on our own. Okay. Spirit's helping us clear things away. There are crows dive bombing over there, so the osprey's over there. So recognize that you are going to have opposition. It's not going to be smooth sailing. You are going to have people coming against you. You are going to have people undermining you. You are going to have people offering you temptations. Those two rotten crows. It's the same 2-1. I hate to use any of my messengers in a negative light, but right now that's what's happening. They're being shown. They're coming out of the darkness, that pair. And they're noisy. They were dive bombing over there, but obviously it didn't bother the osprey, and they ended up leaving, and that's what happens too. They keep coming after us, but we don't give them our energy. And when you don't give them our energy and we don't respond, you know what? You don't even have to get into a fight with anybody. You just don't give them your energy. Remember when the queen, Ice Queen, came and offered all of that? Put everything, all that shiny stuff on display in front of us? No thanks. That's okay. I know what this is. I know the truth of this. I'm not wasting my energy anymore. You're making me feel cold. I feel cold here. It doesn't feel good. I need to go in and get a nice warm blanket. I know where love is. I know where there's a kind hand reaching out. And it isn't you two. No matter what you try and show me, no matter what you try and say, you're just coming out of the darkness. And you can just keep going. Because I'm going to go where there's love. I'm going to lean into that hand that knows how to touch me. Our Father's hand, spiritual hand, soul family hand, my lover's hand, my true friend. I'm going to look for that special talisman that brings me close to that. And I'm going to wear it on my heart like a shield of protection. I love you.